All right, folks, Samori Benjamin here from Yankee Stadium, and you all know that '96 was my first time seeing the Yankees win the World Series, and always great to see former, Yankee heroes from that team or kids of heroes from that team. This right here is Ryan Weathers. His father was David Weathers, one of the bullpen guys out of that Yankee '96 bullpen, and he was tremendous. Ryan, real quick about your dad. I remember '96, first round they were playing Texas, right?
Oh, yeah.
Juan Gonzalez, he was a bad man, a beast. He was destroying the Yankees. Nobody could get him out except for your dad. The Yankees would bring in his dad, David Weathers, and he would come out of the bullpen. He was the only guy who could stop Juan Gonzalez, and without him, they may not get out of that first round series. So, Ryan, man, welcome, and thank you for joining me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you're in the Yankee Stadium. Well, not the original one where your dad won, but just how much did you talk about that time when you were a kid?
For sure. I mean, he got to play in old Yankee Stadium. I'm jealous. I never got to play there. He'd always talk about whose locker he was sitting in. He had no clue whose locker it would be. He'd always talk about just all the legends that he came through Yankee Stadium. But the best story he has is he remembers, I can't remember if it was against Texas or Atlanta, but he remembered in the old Yankee Stadium when that crowd got loud, he could see the top just shaking with how loud it was. But no, it's just cool seeing his World Series ring and just getting to come back here.
Yeah, it was cool. Last year I met another son of one of those Yankee '96 Yankees. That was Charlie Hayes' son, Brian Hayes, and Charlie caught the last out of that World Series. Now, so just being in Yankee Stadium, I know it's a new one, and you are the National League, but just does it mean anything to you to just be in the Bronx, be in the stadium, playing against the Yankees?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, you look at the Yankees, you see, 27-time world champion. It's a storied franchise. You have the big leagues and you have the Yankees, man. It's an honor just to be here, and it's just, cool to even, especially being a small town guy, getting to say you've pitched at Yankee Stadium, man. It's a cool experience.
Now, I know you weren't born when your father was with the Yankees in that World Series. You were born in '99. Your dad did not retire until 2009, so you still probably got to see him some in his pro days. So what do you remember about just seeing your dad as a big leaguer?
It was awesome. When I was at the age of being able to remember, it was when he was with the Reds. When he was in the locker room, we had King Griffey Jr., Adam Dunn, Joey Votto, Jay Bruce, had some really good guys. One of his better friends, Arthur Rhodes. Just getting to be around all those guys, and I had a locker at Great American Ballpark. It's kind of formed me into who I am as a baseball player today, and I'm just thankful and blessed for those experiences.
Now, coming up, besides your father, who are some of your favorite players who you like to watch?
Dude, I mean, it was always fun watching Griffey. Pitcher-wise, man, Clayton Kershaw has always been one of my favorites to watch. Just love how he goes about his business, just goes out there, does his job, and gets off the field. He's always been super fun to watch.
Yeah, and you're a lefty. I'm going to get to that in a minute, like Clayton Kershaw. Now, did you play any other sport besides baseball?
Played basketball. My mom would never let me play football, and then play a little bit of golf.
And you grew up in Tennessee, right?
Grew up in Tennessee.
So how was I know there's no major league team in Tennessee. Just how was the baseball competition like growing up in Tennessee?
It was great. I think just now Tennessee's kind of getting a little bit, bigger within the, hotbed of baseball, but it's the Southeast, man. It's a lot of good baseball. There's always a few good teams in Middle Tennessee, a few good in West, a few good in the East. So got to the, playoffs, and, it was a lot of tough teams.
And so, like you said, you're a lefty. Your father a righty, so that's interesting. So your father, major league pitcher, lots of advice, but he's not a lefty. So how was that development for you growing up, him not being a lefty and you're a lefty?
Dude, I was blessed. The Reds always had good lefties. You had Arthur Rhodes would always work with me on my mechanics. Mike Stanton would work with my mechanics. There was always a bunch of good guys that helped me. But we have two totally different pitch mixes, so he just helps me a lot mentally. We still work on mechanics in the off season 24/7. But he helps me so much mentally. Just when you're out there on the mound, just little cues that he gives me, and it's been awesome.
Now, just at what point did you think that you had a chance to make it where you are right here to the major leagues?
I guess probably my junior year of high school. Started playing the kind of upper tier of travel ball. played Team USA, perfect game Under Armour, and did well, and was like, I can kind of hang with these guys. And then getting drafted with the Padres, and then putting a lot of trust in me, and kind of getting me up to the big leagues quick. It's been a roller coaster, but it's been a fun experience.
Yeah, I saw you won Gatorade Player of the Year in 2018. So, just how was that for you to be able to be given such a prestigious award?
No, it feels awesome. When you look on the trophy, just baseball, you got Gary Sheffield, you got Mackenzie Gore the year before, and we were together with San Diego, and then you're on the same trophy as LeBron James, and it's a high honor.
Now, you were drafted in the first round. Shortly after that, just what was that feeling for you, draft day, getting your name called in the first round by the Padres?
I just blacked out. It was like you hear the name, and like it's just one of those like experiences, like pinch me. Like I couldn't even formulate words after that happened. But it was an awesome experience.
Now, I know you made your MLB debut in the playoffs, award season, 2020 season, and one of the few pitchers who have made their MLB debut in the playoffs. But just before that, 2020 season, minor leagues was a crazy scenario that year. Not really a lot of minor league play. So, how did you get through that 2020 early part and then making your debut in the playoffs?
Dude, during 2020, we faced the big leaguers all the time. At that time, it was Manny, Tatis, and we had just a lot of vets on that team, and through to them my first outing of the year, and like kind of got some guys out, got a lot of good feedback. I was like, hey, I got a chance to like maybe stick around, and just went to the alt site and just grinded, and grinding out ABs, and pitching every fifth day, and just was blessed and fortunate enough to get the chance to debut in the postseason.
Yeah, it was cool seeing you in the postseason that year, because I remember that because I saw the name Weathers, and I saw you. I was like, it's got to be David Weathers' son, and look just like him. So that was awesome, man. I've been rooting for you since. So I know 2021, you made your first major league start, and it was against the Dodgers, who you also pitched against in the ALDS, right, in the World Series. In the 2020 playoffs. So how was that? Your first ever start in the major leagues against the supreme, powerful, the reigning champions at the time, LA Dodgers.
It was fun. Anytime you get to play, really good franchise, it's always fun, just because you got a little extra chip on your shoulder, just because you respect them, but it's like you also want to beat them. But no, it was cool, man. I've pitched against the Dodgers a lot. So yeah, my high school rival team was blue and white, so I was like, they're blue and white, so just gotta make them the rival. But no, it was a lot of fun.
It must have been cool being in San Diego for a while. I mean, I've only been there one time. It was very beautiful. So just how was it living and being able to play in San Diego for a while?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, one of the best setups to live in. I'd ride my scooter to the field every day. I have a lot of great memories there. A lot of good golf. Love all my teammates from there. They're still stay in touch, and I love my time in San Diego.
I think I got three more for you. You hit a major league home run during one of your starts. So how was that, hitting a home run going deep?
It was cool. I hit it, and I remember Marte was in center field, and I saw his numbers. I'm like, oh, that's like over his head. And then I saw the ball hit off the ivy, and I was like, I just hit a home run. Holy cow. But as soon as I hit first, I kind of blacked out, and I just remember looking in the dugout and seeing everybody laughing. So it was a lot of fun.
And who so far is a hitter who you face, who you grew up watching, and when you faced him, you were like, oh wow, I'm facing him in major leagues?
There's a few. Freddie Freeman's always a good one. I remember, facing Joey Votto the first time, and I remember being a young kid and always seeing him around.
That must have been really crazy.
And then Mookie Betts is always a fun one too.
Okay, last one for you. So last year, on my birthday, August 1st, you got traded to Miami. So how was that for you, your first time being traded? Really got your first experience really seeing the tough side of the business, getting traded here, and how about your time here?
Oh, I've loved every minute of being here. I'm a Southern guy, so it was nice just being back on the East Coast. But no, I love the Marlins. It's been an awesome experience, and just excited to see where it goes.
All right, folks, so Miami Marlins pitcher Ryan Weathers and the son of Yankee legend David Weathers, 1996 World Series champion. Ryan, when you see your father, please tell him we remember him and we love him still, and all the best of luck to you and him, all right?
Really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, folks, we're back.